So I've been obsessed with my Mattel knitting machine. I believe I showed it to you in my last video where I was, what was I doing? Customizing some kind of dolls. Anyway, it makes these tubes and cylinders in granny circles. And I don't know why I threw it in the box. The box wasn't in the best shape, and it didn't have any instructions on it, and the thing didn't come with any instructions, and I probably should give a better demo than the videos that are on here. The videos that I found were mostly like people trying it for the first time. I gotta make sure that I don't stop recording. I already recorded this video once, so I'm gonna be confused about repeating myself. But he took a nosedive and pressed the stop button on the recording. But I will probably do a tutorial on how we do this. It is so quick to make these granny circles. From the look of the box, it seems like most of the projects were based on these granny circles is what you're supposed to make. By 12 rounds of this, I mean, it's as quickly as doing this, like 12 times, and then you just... I mean, it's very, very quick to knit things with this. That's why, I mean, you're getting this knitted look. Now, I'm not 100% into the crafty look. I'm actually really not into crafty looks, but a lot of the things that I do are rudimentary and pioneer, and so I guess there is this element of craftiness. I mean, I love being crafty, but I don't like things to look crafty. That's why I don't like to use paper very much in my projects and stuff. I want it to be sturdy and something that's lasting. That also brings me to polyester. So out of my experimenting, like, I would never for myself want a synthetic knit. I'm an all natural kind of guy, so I like cotton and wool and stuff. And for the pillows that I've used, I think I remember I did show this ball in the video that it just looks like a yarn ball, but anyway, it's me putting those granny circles together. But I made some wool and cotton little pillows. I mean, I also made these mid-century modern ones. Like, this stuff is great. This was from one of those big yarn balls. I don't know the terminology of these things. I'm sure all of you nanas out there, you know what those things are called, the spools of yarn. It's not a ball of yarn, it's those long, whatever. You know what they're called. You know what I'm talking about. So I did have some brown wool ones on hand because it was something that I had found, this big bag of brand new wool, brown, and I love brown, again, natural stuff, and it was 100% wool. And I also had this white one on hand. This one I had already, white cotton, natural, unbleached. So of course I like that. That is something that I liked. But I noticed that the machine, this stuff was a thinner knit. Some of the thicker cotton stuff that I had wasn't working with the machine. It was like breaking apart the threads, or it was too tight, or I don't know. So I have been experimenting with polyester. So I went to the dollar store and I bought a set like this, which had all kinds of different colors. It actually had these colors. This is the first set that I bought. And then I'm liking how it turned out so much that I had to get another set. So, what's happening here is that I couldn't stop. Luckily, it's quickly, until I made all 6 of the sweaters. But I wanted to buy this other pack so I could show you what the pack looked like in the store and what the size of, hey, this is one of the things, maybe it calls them knitting yarn set, skins. Did you say skins? Were you yelling at the computer screen skins? If that's 6 skins, if I'm even pronouncing it properly. I think I am. This has 2 repeated colors. So there's a gray. This gray I already have, and it has the white. But I do like these other colors, and they're super good for a slate too, a pink scarf. So I am happy to add those. I'm going to have to knit those up right away. Now here's the thing. So I did do some experimenting. If you saw my last video, I was talking about these hats. And I liked how the ones that I did 24 turns, so 24 turns of the wheel, or 24 rows. And maybe some of these I have opened or not, I don't know. I made, oh yeah, no. Anyway, not with this one. I'll show you in a second. So I like the hats. I don't like them to be too, I don't know, long. I thought I did. I thought big long ones, which I do have some of those standing by. Oh yeah. So here, I've experimented with other yarns and stuff. So here's the two ones that I had a whole skin of yarn. So I have lots and lots of yarn to go around. And I mean, it looks cute. These don't really fit on Barbie. It looks kind of Rastafarian when you put them on Barbie. Now, I did make an Instagram picture where I used one of these, not this color, but just a tiny little one and put it on top of Barbie's head. It kind of looks like a beret or a, I don't know, one of those Scottish hats. So it looked pretty good on her. You can get away with a longer hat. I mean, it looks kind of, Slate can do no wrong. He looks cute and everything. I better not have him fall on the camera and ruin the recording anymore, though, so I've got to step him back here. But I did decide that I liked the smaller hats, and how I make the smaller hats is is this one sewn together? All the ones that I sewn together. You can either make the granny circles, or you can make tubes, and you can make these tubes as long as you want. Now, those of you who crochet or knit or whatever you call this stuff, you can probably make these circles easily. Also, there's looms and stuff that you can make these circles like this on. Anyway, it's working for me. What I'd like to do for the hats, though, is I like to turn them inside out. Now, this is other yarn. I bought another smaller skins of yarn. I have to show you my yarns. Because I was weaving pod holders for no reason, just because it made me happy. Oh yeah, pod holder loom. You might know this loom. It's a classic loom. I have not experimented with these circular ones, which is basically the same concept of the knitting machine. But yeah, there's my skin of that, and then I had bought all kinds of this brown yarn, so I have lots of that. But at the dollar store, they also had a bag very similar to, where's that bag? Where's my big bag of yarn? Right here. Very similar to this. It doesn't come with the pink plastic knitting needles, though, that I'll never use, but I'm thinking I'm going to figure out something to use those for. Anyway, so I got this giant bag of these tiny little things. Now, those are even thinner and shinier, and they turn out in a knit like that, or a knit like this. So I made both of these because these are right on Slate's colors. You can see, look, they perfectly match his hair color. But I don't like this open weave, and I don't like how shiny it is. But this is a look that, people do like, and I do understand. Also, the polyester is one thing that I don't like. It sticks to my fingers. I guess I have really dry skin, and even I feel like a fly, and it sticks. So I'm not a big synthetic guy. And then, I mean, there's potential there, and that might be a big open knit, might be your style more than it is my style. But let's get back to these. I'm just going to use the really fall into the skin word. I'm just embracing it. One of these first I made the hat, the perfect size, and then I said, hey, why don't I, and then I'll see how much. I thought I might have to get 2 packs each to make a scarf, but you know what? I was satisfied with just, well, let me take this scarf off. I was satisfied with the length of the scarf. We're going to talk about these pins in a second. But this is what it gave me. It gave me a hat size, which, is this one that I can take apart? No. Can I find one that I did later? I was sewing them together. So it's me taking one of these tubes, which I believe that this is 24 rotations, and this is whatever I had left. And I think there was, after I finished making a 24 rotation hat, I came to a, what do you call this? A 38 rotations. I think I got it was what was left over out of these things. So I could make a hat this big and a scarf this big. And how I make the hats, I was sewing this tip to this tip after I would roll it inside out. But I figured, why am I doing that? I don't even have to. And then that way, you even have the option to adjust the hat. I could just tuck it in just a little bit, and then I could have a longer hat if I wanted to. So that did give me options to make the hat longer or shorter. And I believe I showed rolling up the hat, but it's already so thick. And then, yeah, and the thin yarn doesn't make it thinner. Like this is it makes it just as wide, which they do get less wide if you stretch it out. Nonetheless, that is what we came up with. It's cute. He has all of these different colors of hats, which look great on him. But what I had left over was, this has to be enough for the scarf. So, I mean, in many ways it is. It's a much thicker scarf. And then I don't know if I invented this, but I mean, I guess it is totally my idea. But I just thought, I mean, people must have done this before. There must be, in the way that there's a hat pin, there must be like a scarf pin or a brooch. People do use brooches to hold things closed. So that is kind of the idea here, where I picked up some toothpicks and I had some beads on hand, and I made all of these tiny little, I guess, kind of like knitting needles or hat pins, but scarf pins. So what I did was I cut them at one point, and they were this long. I found the longest toothpicks you could get. I just went to the Dollar Tree. You get a bag of ones that were longer than other ones, but you could also get ones that were in a little container. I chose to get the longest ones possible, and then I figured that 2 inches was just what I needed, and I even used the leftover ones. And I had these beads in my mini little collection of things. Oh yeah, here. So I went into here. I think this is what helped with the decision, is that I came in here looking for the buttons, and I knew I had these buttons. So I was putting them on the fronts of the scarves and thinking, hey, that could look kind of cute. And then I just thought that it looked way too crafty. I mean, not that the other ones don't look crafty, but that would be an option. I mean, you could even sew it completely closed and just pull it on over the head, like it's kind of like a little sweater, but it would look really cute. I thought about putting 1 or 2 on, but in the end I decided that I liked these little push things, and that was way more my jam, because I am such a reuse. There might be a different way to use this or wear it. Oh no, his hair. I shouldn't have pulled it on. Now he's got scarf fluff all over his hair. Oh no. I shouldn't use this spiky haired one. The other one that I have out here in brown, he has on he's completely bald. Now, I do this a lot to my dolls. Don't ask me why. I don't like the hair. I think he looks cute. Look, we have the same hairdo, so it's better that way. I don't need to flock this or anything. In fact, if you flock it, you have less problems. This is the guy who's made for wearing hats, though. So, I mean, cute. Look at this pin. I experimented with bigger beads, littler beads. And then sometimes I like to take this extra little one and then stuff it right in here like that. So then you've got 2 pins going on in there. Cute, crafty. Wrong time of the season. It's spring now. I don't know why he's getting all of these sweaters, but I made them in all these little different colors, and they all look good on him. And then, since I had these different plastic beads, these ones I didn't have to glue on at all. I just had to squeeze them in. I do have to probably sand down some of the other things. And then you don't have to, I didn't have to just make them these small little scarves, but I do like how they turned out. But I also have, ones where I did have huge amounts of yarn. I could make way longer scarves, which also definitely has its place in Adorable Hood. You can see lots of pictures of Slate on Instagram with these hats and scarves on Instagram, Slate in the City, or Too Hunky on regular Instagram. Or, they're both regular Instagram. I have two accounts. One Slate in the City, one is called Too Hunky. He looks cute in these scarves, and kind of obsessed, but maybe I'm over it now. I'm just going to have to finish up making all of the other colors. As you can see, he looks good in all of them. But I do like how it turned out. I love having these like little miniature needles, especially the ones with the wooden ends on them. They look so good. So it does, it's good to have these little things standing by, collecting little miniatures. As much as I'm trying to minimize and have as little as possible, it does help to keep things organized in my little ways. So whenever I need to come and look at the miniatures, there's going to be lots more videos. I know I keep promising this, where we go through my miniatures and we do organize them and we decide what we want to keep. This is an example of that. So I really was looking at the tiny little wooden things that I had, and these were things that I wanted to keep. Like, I don't know what they're doing in this box. I could probably do something amazing with this box, but since these little boxes from the Dollar Tree fit in so well, that's also something that I want to talk about. You can get these boxes in different colors at the Dollar Tree, but there's something about the lip on this, that the scale is right, so it looks like it fits in the world. Now, the ones that come in pink and blue, I think you can get them in a different section. These ones are found more in the kitchen section, but the ones that are pink and blue, at least in my Dollar Trees, there's something about the lip, and it's oversized, and it doesn't scale down to 1/6 scale very well. So those are little things that I pay attention to, that these bins look better, and I keep buying more and more and more, and I don't realize how many tiny little things that I have, and I definitely need to get more. I think 2, 4, 6, 8. I think they come in sets of 10, and this is 12, because this box fits perfectly more, so that is why I'm using these as boxes. I have 3 of these boxes filled with these, but I need more of these little boxes because I have so many tiny little things, which we do have to go through, and I'll show you. He's so spoiled. He has so many scarves and hats. He doesn't need any more. He can't even wear these in the summertime. It did snow. It's March here in Canada right now. We had very little snow in February. It was the best winter ever. I guess it still is now. It seems like winter is over. It always snows in April though, just like flurries or something. But so cute. We got to see him with the red on though, don't we? Let's see what's here. I am very happy for this. I am curious to see how the pink one will look, and then green is one of my favorite colors. So the fact that it's an unusual green. It's kind of a more of a slate green. Oh yeah, and I complimentary colored the green beads into here. You can't even go wrong. When you put these things on, he just automatically looks cute. He doesn't even need to have a winter jacket with a scarf this size. What do you think? Does it look too crafty? Does it look cute? Sorry about my non-linear videos and how I ramble so, but I do get excited about these things, and it was so easy. It just takes me minutes to make something, and I love old-timey stuff, so it is super cute and fun and awesome that I found this machine. It was definitely a toy grail piece. I never thought I would find it. It's brand new. It even came with its knitting needle. It came with all of the pieces. Nothing was broken. Nothing was missing in the box. Well, I mean, it didn't come with the manual, but I figured it out. I perfected, and I know now how to make things great with it. And then my OCD of like having every color and finishing every color, because it is also complete here. He has, I do feel like I'm gonna finish up making the different colors. He's gonna have the full collection. I'm gonna have to stick these in my own special size bins, and then we'll be done. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me today. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you again real soon.